A new Tampa Bay Business Journal hits newsstands today, as always on a Friday. And Alexis Muellner is here to talk about some of this week's big stories. We're going to talk a little bit about call centers in Tampa. Well,
they've evolved.
What used to be call centers, but they have evolved into something now called shared services.
SSOs.
And when we're a leader in this area, what exactly is that?
These are the back office operations, things like IT, HR, communication strategies. Tampa Bay used to be known for call centers, these big cube farms, and it wasn't necessarily something we loved. But there's been an evolution, and we wanted these headquarter locations, but there are very few Fortune 500 companies here, Dan. And so what's happened is that the companies are seeding in Tampa Bay larger operations of these shared services, Coca-Cola, refreshments, DTCC, to name a few. So our question is this something we should feel really good about? Moving away from headquarter services brings jobs, but it's at the whim of potentially corporate decision-making elsewhere. So it's an interesting debate that we have in the paper.
All right. Also, a lot of Sweetbay stores, as we know, have closed, and now they're re-emerging as Winn Dixies stores.
Well, up in West Tampa where I live, we went in and it was vacant, and there was a meat sale, and so a couple of us were documenting this. In 4 days, 15-hour nights, this is a result of a deal with Winn Dixies. Buy Low is transforming these Sweetbays. And so on our website, you can see pictures of sort of this transformation process. But we were surprised at how quickly they can do this. 4 days, 10 to 15 workers, and they're power washing and they're moving stuff around. It's really an interesting process.
Well, it's good to keep a grocery store in the community, too.
Critical for those jobs, and it's amazing when you displace one, where everybody goes.
Right. Well,
we noticed that in West Chapel.
And that can lead to a lot of stress, and that leads us into our next topic here. And a new study shows 8 out of 10 people are stressed out at work.
Well, coming out of the recession, productivity, corporate profits very high. The result is we're all a little more stressed. It's inevitable. Work is something that we want to be productive and be successful. So the thought is find some coping mechanisms, learn those triggers, learn some communication skills, and realize what's really important. So treating each other. Work-life balance is important. Pay, commuting can be very, very, very stressful. So we have to think about those things and just take it all in stride, right, Dan?
Yeah, well, when you come to work at 3 in the morning, you don't have those kind of stresses. So I feel blessed in that sense.
Perhaps.
I'm not getting a lot of sleep, but I don't have that commute to worry about.
Work-life balance.
Exactly. Thanks, Alexis. You'll find more business news headlines on our website, abcactionnews.com.